This is Nadine with Happy Eating Healthy. Today I'm going to show you how to make chocolate chip muffins. Now you think of muffins as being really high in calories. Well, these muffins, because of the sugars in that I'm using, are only 107 calories per muffin. That's not very much for a muffin. Most muffins are 200-300 calories. So let's show you just how we do this. And you'll be able to have some yummy muffins that are not so high in calories. First thing we want to do is we want to whisk all of the liquid ingredients together. Now the applesauce is working as a fat substitute, well, besides the chocolate. So we want to put the applesauce into that bowl, and then we're using the agar instead of sugar. And we're going to add that to the bowl. And then we're going to add an egg. Some vanilla. And a low-fat yogurt. If you use a fat-free yogurt, it would actually be a little bit less. This one's a low-fat, so it's got about 50 more calories than a fat-free yogurt. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk these ingredients until they're completely smooth. And I want to break that egg up. So I want to whisk these ingredients all together. And I do not want any lumps to be in there. So I'm going to keep whisking it because at the moment there's still some yogurt lumps. So I'm trying to whisk out those yogurt lumps so that I see no lumps at all. Now while I'm doing this, I am preheating the oven because I do want the muffins to be put into a preheated oven of 425 degrees. All right, that looks really good. Now we're going to get this out of the way. And we're going to deal with our dry ingredients. So with our dry ingredients, what we want to do is we want to add the flour, the salt, the baking soda, and the baking powder, and the cocoa powder. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to sift this through our sifter so that it's a nice fine powder. You'll notice I'm down to just a little bit in there, and what I will do to get that last bit out is I will just rub it against the bottom. That's kind of what those sifters that have the handles do, is they just kind of keep rubbing it. And it's mainly the cocoa powder that we're still trying to break up. And even that is slowly getting broken up. All right, as you can see, we got it all sifted. Now I want to slowly stir in our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. So I'm just going to pour it in as I'm stirring. Now I want to make sure I have no dry pockets in this muffin mix. I also want to make sure I do not overstir it. So I'm really almost doing more of a folding technique, taking it from top to bottom, so that I can double check and make sure there's no dry pockets. But I also don't want to vigorously stir. So as you can see, that is all mixed in. Now all I need to do is add my chocolate chips. And our batter is going to be a little bit lumpy. Again, I just want to do kind of that folding motion and get it in. And now we're ready to put this into our muffin tins. Before I put it in, I do not want to put lining in it, but I do want to spray down the muffin tin. So I'm just going to do a quick spray in each of our muffin tins. And then I'm going to get a spoon and just spoon this in. I do want get these all to be about the same. But I'm going to start by just putting a spoonful in each. And as I go along, if I see some are fuller than others, or I have more batter or less batter, I can take some out. But right now, I'm just kind of putting 1 spoonful in each muffin tin. The looks of it, I may be putting more in each. Oh, there's the oven preheated. That's good. That means once we have this filled, we can stick it right in the oven. But it looks like as I'm going along, I am going to have enough batter to put a little bit more in each cup. So I'm going to fill these last couple just a little bit fuller so I don't have to go back and put as much in them. Because this recipe is only supposed to make 12. Okay, so I've got all 12 of them filled. So I'm going to scoop up what's left of the batter. And I've got it all now in kind of a pile. And now I just want to look and see which ones are not as full as the others and put some more in the ones that look like they could use a little bit more. That one I may have filled a little bit too much. I may need to take some out of that one. So now as I look at this, I'm going to take a little bit out of there and put it there. Those look pretty even and they look pretty full. In fact, I'm going to smooth these out and I can get a better idea. So as I look at this, I've got one that looks quite a bit fuller than the others. So I'm going to take a little bit out of that because this one doesn't look quite as full. You want to make them as even as possible, and you're never going to get it exact, but try to make it fairly close. Now that I have these muffin tins full, I'm going to put them in that 425 degrees oven, and I'm going to bake it for 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, I'm going to turn the heat down to 375 and bake them for about another 10 to 13 minutes. So let's get these in the oven. And we're going to set that for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we'll be back to show you how we turn the heat down and let it cook the extra time. Our timer just went off, so I just want to show you. I'm going to pull these up very gently. See how they are starting to raise there. Now they're not done. So I'll put those back in very carefully. I'm now ready to turn the heat down to 375. And the timer is going to go back on for another about 11 minutes. So now we're going to cook it. We're going to check it in 11 minutes because my oven sometimes cooks fast. I want a toothpick stuck in it to come out clean. If that happens, then we'll take it out. If it doesn't happen, then we will cook it another minute or 2 after that. Our timer is going to go off in about a minute, and those muffins are smelling really, really good. So when the timer goes off, we're going to go ahead and stick our little cake tester into the muffins to see if they are done. If it comes out clean, we'll take it out of the oven. If it does not come out clean, we will give it another couple of minutes. Because remember, I only set this for about 11 minutes, where it said to set it for 13. So let's check and see if they're ready. Our timer just went off. So we're going to open this up. Look at those muffins. Look how good they look. Now I just want to stick this into a couple of them. See how clean that is? Let me stick it in a couple more. Want to make sure that all of them are done. Oh, those are ready. So I'm now ready to take this out of the oven. And we're going to just let them sit in the pan and cool for about 10, 15, 20 minutes till they're completely cool. So we will be back to show you what the finished product looks like after they have cooled. Our muffins have now cooled in the pan. We're ready to put them on the plate so that we can enjoy our yummy chocolate chip muffins. So all we do is we're just going to take them out and arrange them on the plate. Ready to serve this to a nice group of people that would love to have our brunch with our chocolate muffins. Notice how easily they come out of the pan. This is Nadine with Happy Eating Healthy, and here's our chocolate chip muffins. Enjoy and happy eating.